3.
So hey guys, this is me, Muhammad Al-Faris bin Yussendi. So for today, we are going to ask the person who passed by us about the knowledge or their knowledge about the time and changes that related to our extension agriculture program. So without further ado, let's go. We find some people and we ask the question. Let's go. So we found one. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Nurhaiza binti Jumaim.
Okay, so for today we have like a certain Q&A that we would like to ask for the person who passed by us. So, do you free right now?
Yes, of course.
Okay, since we are from the Faculty of Agriculture, so I would like to ask a certain question about extension agriculture. So, do you familiar with the terms extension agriculture?
Yes.
Okay, so we know the current issue right now, right? About the extension agriculture. So, if you don't mind, we'd like to know, based on your knowledge, the relation between time, change, and extension agriculture in terms of planning. So, what do you think? The issue.
Okay. So based on my knowledge, the current issue nowadays is about time and change. Actually, we can't manage and control time and change. However, as extension agriculture, we need to manage and control time and change to improve the client's life. Time is the period of processing of each work that will influence the success of a program in achieve the objective. Meanwhile, the change is the result of the control of time. Time and change is the most important as extension agriculture in a program. So, in order to be able to take control of time and change, we need to plan.
That's true. So, thank you so much for your time. So, let's go. We find the next person. Let's go. So, for the next, we would like to ask the second question from our second stranger person. So, hi friends, do you free?
Hello. Yes,
So, what's your name?
I'm Shazri.
Okay, so
Okay.
Since we are from the Faculty of Agriculture,
Yes.
so I think you are very familiar with the terms extension agriculture, right?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
so I would like to ask some question that related to extension agriculture, which the question is importance of time and change in relation to planning.
Okay. So, in my opinion, good planning can contribute in the management and control of time and change. Planning gives us power to change the result. Planning gives us power to manage time. Meanwhile, change is the result that desired that can be obtained through a good planning or a proper planning. The better the planning, the better the change that we can obtain. In short, I can say that proper management is vital to prepare for a good and effective planning. In the implementation of program planning, I think we will need enough time to think through and come out with a change and a plan. Hence, planning is very important in the succession of a program.
Yes, I do agree that planning is very important for us to achieve the goals for the program.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Thank you for the time.
No problem.
So thank you so much. So we will go to the next person, the third person. So yeah, let's go. We move on to the next person. We are trying to find the next person for our next question. So let's go.
Faris,
Yes.
before we find the next person, who else should be involved in time and change of a program planning?
I think everyone that who trying to make the program should involve in that program. For example, if you're doing the extension program, so the organization should be involved. I mean, the organization is, for example, if you're doing paddy, so the person from Bernas should be involved in the extension program, and then the organization that want to make the program itself must involve with the changes, because why? What is the goal of extension program? Is the philosophy of extension program is to change and acknowledge people. So creating a solid objective is important. So I think if you want to say who we should be involved, so the person, okay, the organization or the institution. So the organization of the person who will do the program, and the audience, because we want them to change. So yeah, I think that's my answer.
Okay, let's go look for other students.
Rather than we find another stranger or our friends, so how about I ask a question? So let me record for you.
Okay. Okay, Faris, what is your question?
So my question is, when and where the time and change should be implemented in program planning?
Oh, in my opinion, and from what I understand about program planning, the time of how we give me a few moments. Sorry about that. The time throughout the program, that is when we should apply all the changes that we should, because there are always changes that need to be done in order to adapt to the changes in the situation, and we need to adapt and be flexible, because not everything that we want goes to according to our initial planning. So we must be flexible in our time and be able to adapt whatever implementations that we have, because not always are the resources available at that specific time. It may not be available at another time that we have changed. So therefore, we need to be flexible on what we have, on the resources that we have. I think that would be all from me. But wait, I think there's a bit more that I can add before we end. That is where to implement all of this, because it should be implemented before the program, during the program, and after the program, because changes need to be constantly done in order to constantly improve on whatever we have done before. Yeah, I think that will be all for real this time.
Thank you, Hazi. That's a very good question. That is a very good answer. Thank you.
All right. Faris.
Yes.
While we're looking for more students to ask, how it should be done, we implement the time and changes.
I think if you want to, how it should be done, I think the person or the person who in charge that program should have a timeline, so that they can work in a time and they will not exceed the time, if you know what I'm saying. So the program, or the, what do we call, the planning, the preparation will be in a time when you have a timeline. So there will no wasting time, I would say. And this, if you create a timeline, so directly, I would say, it will change, not just change the person, our target audience, but change the person who are in that organization. For example, if I'm the director of that program, so if I do a timeline, I have like a limit, I would say, like a border, so that I have to follow that border or this the timeline, so that it changed me in terms of like a discipline. So my work can be done in a time that has been set, I would say. So this, I can say, this is what I say as a time and change during the extension planning. Yeah, I think that's all from me.
Nice. I think there are students over there.
Yeah, this is our friends just now. So hi guys, again.
Hi.
We met again. So if you guys don't mind, I would like to ask another question. If
Yes,
you don't
please
mind.
do so. I
Okay,
don't mind.
so based on the previous question, what or why it should be done?
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the previous issue is about the time and change in
Yes.
program planning. So I think time and change in planning of a program can be done through a well or proper structure of organization.
Yes.
This is because organization is the main part or the vital part of a program. So if it is proper or well structured, I think everything will just run smoothly. That is in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, by a proper documentation planning is important, such as paperwork, because the proper documentation we can run the program smoothly. Yeah, that's all from me.
Yeah, I think based on three of us, we have like a same base, I would say, that it is important for us to have like a timeline,
Yes.
schedule, and a proper documentation. Why? So that everything can be done and have black and white, I would
Yes,
say.
I agree.
Yeah, so that we can follow the black and white that we have been stated. So to achieve the goals, you know? So yeah, I think that's all from us. Thank you so much for your time again. So we see you next time. Bye.